I need serenity. I got a lot on my mind that just seem to be pressing me mentally. I don't think anyone around me that's out here been matching my energy. I'm trying to move out the way of the things that I know isn't meant for me. I tell you simply, I've been looking for the spring showers, May flowers, happy hours. I've been looking for the spring showers, May flowers, happy hours. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back. Happy to have you guys back. This is Pam Rosario.
And this is Rosemary. We need to change that, by the way.
This is my Rosie. And we have a special guest in the building, the lovely Miss Crystal Hancock. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for coming to the show and chatting with us.
Yes.
As you can see, we're kind of loud and crazy.
Yes.
Hope we don't scare you away. Well, you're still here, so
You're
that's
still
good.
here, so that's a good sign.
So how are you?
Good.
Good. So I wanted to get into, because you're a triathlete.
Yes.
And you're also a full-time nurse.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So that's why I said you're one of us. You're a polypreneur, which is great. I love it. So tell me how you got started as a triathlete.
You want the PG version?
Yeah. I'm sure you're tired of telling the story, I bet.
Seriously. No, it's actually quite funny. I was never athletic at all through high school. I never did anything. I actually, one of my jokes is that I have more doctors now than I did when I used to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day.
What?
So it was a Facebook post, actually, right? And it was New Year's Eve, and I had one too many glasses of wine. And one of my girlfriends had signed up for an all-female tri, and she said, "Who wants to join me?" And it sounded like a great idea at 12:30 in the morning.
Did you even really know what she meant when she said try? Like,
I did, because she was trying to get me to drink the Kool-Aid forever, and I just wouldn't do it. So I finally bit the bullet, and I registered for a race, but I had no idea. I didn't know how to swim. I didn't own a bike. I never ran in my life.
So can you just tell us what a tri is exactly, just for our listeners that may not know?
Sure. So a triathlon is the culmination of three sports. You swim, you transition to the bike, you bike for so many miles, and then you run for so many miles.
Wow.
Lord.
And depending on the actual triathlon, the ranges run from really small distances to what we call a sprint triathlon, to a large distance triathlon, which they call full triathlons, which are 140.6 miles altogether.
Oh my God. And you signed up for all of that?
I signed up for all of that. It goes from small crazy to full-blown crazy.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
So
that
what's
really
the training
is.
like? Yeah, how does that work? How does the whole training process
that's what
work?
I want to know.
So when I first got involved, the training was me going to the pool and actually taking a class on how to swim.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to do that.
Yes.
I knew how to swim with my daughter.
I was going to say, it's
in
probably
the
like one of
pool.
those
but
doggy
that's
paddle
so-
swims,
yeah, right,
not even like a real one.
Girl, I'll be like, oh, I'll wait for you here, girl. Swimming. I'll just stay in the pool.
Exactly. And then I lied to my husband how much the bicycle actually cost.
Oh,
I know. Don't we all do that?
Oh, we all do.
It was hard to hide that purchase.
Yeah.
And you did this all still by being a nurse, full-time nurse as well?
Right. So I was a full-time nurse, and at that point, it was a sprint triathlon, so the training wasn't that hard. It was like a half a mile swim, it's a 12ve-mile bike, and a 5K.
nothing.
So a
That's
3.1 mile run.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's easy. It's easier.
I'll be like, I'll die.
It's less when you hear those distances. Actually, in the beginning, it was really daunting, but now I hear them, and it seems very easy to me. But this is over years of actually.
I was going to say, that's because you had all the training.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. But training now, like I said, I mean, it got from being small amounts of doing these things to very large amounts. So right now I'm training for a full Ironman. So it's 140.6 miles. So this is a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and then a 26.2 mile run.
Wow. And where do these take place? Here in Danbury?
No, so the one that I'm doing is Ironman Lake Placid. And Ironman is like a brand name. So they have them kind of all throughout the world.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's
So the biggest
cool.
one that, if you're kind of involved in this world, the biggest one is Kona. It was one of the very first ones that they had ever done, and it's kind of like the national champion. It's
Wow,
where like
that's
all
exciting.
I will never do that
She's like, never mind. Just kidding.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
Oh my goodness.
But the training it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's 20 hours a week at the end. And, I work 3 days a week. I work 3 12-hour shifts. And so it's the biggest thing that I can say that gets me through it is really it takes my entire family and my husband's entire family to actually step in and raise my daughter.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you have children?
Yeah, I do. So I have a 9-year-old daughter, and it's really great for her to see this.
Yes.
She embraces it a lot. She's at all of my races. So for me, it's kind of like showing her that you have to, there's certain sacrifices that you have to make in order to get what you want in life.
Oh yeah, you got to work for it.
Right, exactly. So she's very understanding, but it's hard because there's a lot of time away from
I was going to say, how do you find the time? Because I know I struggle with that, being a mom. When I have to come here and do other things on the side, I struggle with timing with, spending
the
time with
kids,
her as well. So how do you find your time to do what you like?
I think my biggest thing is my schedule is so great. So as a nurse, I work 3 12-hour shifts. So I would drop her off at the bus in the morning and then go to the pool, swim for 2 hours, go to work for 12 hours, be home by midnight, do the same thing all over again. But there's 2 days a week that I have off that she would be at school, so I would have 7 hours a day to train.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And then on the weekends, it's really, my husband picks up the slack and he's with her all the time and trying to find things to keep her busy. Or my husband's family or my family, my extended family, are just, I'm pawning her off to friends' houses. It's terrible. It's terrible. So the unfortunate thing about this sport is it's very selfish.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that you take away from other people that are in your life.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you really, really have to love it in order to go after it.
Was there a time that you felt discouraged, that you were like, forget it, I'm just not gonna, it's not worth my daughter? Like, I don't know, just for an example, but was there a time that you were like, you ready to throw in the towel?
Every day.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's it's very hard. Like I said, because it is so selfish, you do start to think of those things, and I think we always have that mom's guilt.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it doesn't matter all the time. It doesn't
preaching to
matter
the
what
choir.
you do.
Yeah.
It does not matter what you do. You're always trying to find time for them and do these things for them, and you're also trying to nurture your own things, and it's hard. I want to throw in the towel sometimes, all the time, but I know that this also shows her that once you start something, that you need to finish it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
So what is your motivation? What keeps you going?
At this point, it's more so that I've invested all this time and
So
energy.
you've come a long way.
Yeah. So I want to keep going. It's the physical aspect of it. It keeps me very healthy. Those types of things.
That's so good.
The motivation at this point to do this full Ironman is I tried doing a full Ironman last October, and I crashed in the bike and ended up with a broken tooth and a broken cheekbone.
Oh
and
my
my
God.
daughter walked in and saw me in the medical tent. And it was really hard, and you really question, do I want to keep doing this
yeah.
and keep putting myself out there? But I think when I looked at her, it was like, I have to, because I have to show her that it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, how many
have to
times
get
you
back
fail,
up.
right?
Yeah.
You have to get back up.
Oh my God, you're such an inspiration. Because I think I would.
I was like,
I
oh my
would've
God, I
just been
can't
like,
do it no
forget
more. No, but that's amazing
Yes,
that
that
you're
is.
able to.
That's definitely a great message to her.
Yeah.
Example that you can show her.
So how many triathlons do you usually complete in a year?
This year is actually not too many. I just did a half Ironman 2 weeks ago, which is 70.3 miles. So everything's cut in half. It's like a 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile run or bike, and then a 13.1 mile run. I did that one. I'll do this full Ironman. And then the rest of the year, I know this sounds funny, I'm taking it easy. I'm doing like a 100-mile relay.
That's just easy.
I'm just taking it easy.
Just 100
Jeez, I never want to go to the track with you, ever.
No, I just sit down. I'm like, oh, she's here. No, never mind. I'm tired. My stomach hurts.
And then Marine Corps marathon at the end of October, but last year I did a lot more, and it gets to the point where you have these really high highs when you finish them, and then you have these lows. Your body is just kind of like, okay, we need a break.
Yeah.
When did you start doing them?
Back in 2013 was my first one.
Okay.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
As soon as you cross, and it was an all-women one.
Oh, that's super cool.
It was like just women empowering women, and there was a lot of first-timers, and that's what they embraced. And you cross the finish line, and you start looking at life a little bit differently.
Yeah.
You start looking at things that you can do yourself. I think as women, sometimes you feel like you should rely on men in your life to do something.
Yeah.
And now, I could be in the middle of like the lake on a boat and be like, I could swim that.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
My car breaks down, I can walk.
Yeah, I can walk.
Oh my God, I would cry if my car broke down. I gotta walk over there.
What?
Oh my God. Like, Ariel, where are you? I call my husband right away. I'm like, I ain't even gonna try to walk. So what's your favorite part about everything?
It's funny. It changes from day to day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The great thing about it is if you hate one sport, there's two others.
There's two other ones.
There's
Yeah,
two other ones to pick from.
But right now I'm making a lot of gains on the bike. So I think that right now the bike is my favorite part, which is lucky for me since you spend most of your time on the bike.
Oh, yeah. Those miles are longer.
Yeah, the swim scares me.
I was gonna ask you about the swimming, because I like swimming, but I think if I had to do it like that, I would.
I think I'd get I think I'd get so scared of getting tired and or cramping
drowning.
up or something and then drowning.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna die.
What?
That's my fear.
Every time I stand at the start line and look at the water, I say to myself, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I could be in bed sleeping.
So how does your family feel about your busy schedule? I know you kind of mentioned a little bit about having to include other people. How do they feel about it? Yeah, what are their feelings towards it?
I try not to ask him too much.
You just handle the mom guilt on the low and don't say anything.
I'm sure it's very tiring at times because there's so many excuses you can give, right? You have to go out and train, so you miss all these family gatherings, you miss graduation parties, you miss parties during the summer. So I'm sure that people get really frustrated, but for the most part, they either keep it to themselves or they've been really, really great at letting me know that they don't like it, but that they understand it.
Yeah,
so
that's cool. That's important.
Good.
Yeah, I know, especially having your husband be able to stay with your daughter.
Yeah, he's been
that's
rock,
amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think without his ability to just really embrace this would be really hard for me to do this.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So of course the $1 million question is, what's your diet like?
Yeah.
What is my diet like?
Yeah, that is the question because,
like, do you binge when you can?
Like when you get home and you're by yourself and you're like, that'd be real good right now.
I'll tell you a funny story. I had a 80-mile bike ride the other day. I go to my sister's for dinner, and I looked at them and I said, so how much food did you make? And they said, don't worry about it. We knew you were coming, so we've cooked extra for you. And my sister tells me all the time that to watch me eat is a sight to see because I just eat so much. I can eat my husband under the table. Like, I can just
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say that you don't eat meat and that you eat all these
and
protein
then you're like
shakes
vegan
and you're vegan.
and all this stuff.
No, oh my God, no.
See, we can do it. We can do it.
Yes, girl.
I mean, you try not to do it.
We can do it. Because she eats. I want to eat. As long as I be able to eat, I'm okay. I'll try to swim and not get a cramp and die.
Sometimes it's really strict. Like, you have to restrict certain things, but, like alcohol is probably the one thing that has to be restricted the most.
That's
Never mind.
Okay, it's not really alcohol. I'm just a big wine person. Like, I love wine.
Yes,
I love
It's not
wine.
really like alcohol. I don't really do good with hard liquor or anything like that. I just like wine.
Yeah, I love wine, and I'm only supposed to have like 1 glass a night. So
That's not bad.
Yeah.
no, it's not terrible. If you wanna win these things, you're not eating what I'm eating. I'm telling you. You're much more strict. I'm just in it to finish it.
Wow. That's
So
cool.
as a mom, I know me, I have to drink coffee to keep me going. So What do you do to get you going? Like, what is
Like
your drink of choice? I guess I can say. Do you drink caffeine? Do you drink coffee?
I do. I
Yeah.
drink a lot of coffee.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if that was
that's
part
so
of the
good.
diet.
I drink a lot of coffee.
She's like,
at work.
I'm scared to
drink-
say.
I drink a lot of coffee at work because I'm up from 7
I
in the
know,
morning
12-hour
till
shifts.
like 1. Yes.
And
Yeah,
nursing
no.
is that. I feel like it's a very cumbersome career too. Like you really have to
Yes,
be.
you
Thing
just
is, you
have
gotta be
to-
attention to details. You can't really slack off.
So I kind of make a deal with myself when I'm at work that if I drink a liter of water, then I can have a cup of coffee.
Okay.
So I try to make
That's a rule of
deals
thumb.
with myself.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I won't hydrate enough at all. I'll just drink coffee.
I am so bad with that. I need to start
Drinking
doing
more
that
water.
or make a deal with myself. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just, I really don't care. I'm like,
So I know I kind of read a little bit of your bio. So I know you had some injuries. Mm-hmm. How was that for you? How were you able to transition back into training and getting back on your feet and moving forward? Because I think about February 2015. I kind of read something about a neck injury.
Right. So it wasn't even anything great, right? It wasn't a great neck injury. It wasn't like I was like diving across the finish line or something or doing something heroic at work.
What?
I put my arms above my head and blew out my disc in my neck. Like ridiculous. So yeah, I was really scared. And I had a
those are
great
scary.
neurosurgeon.
Yeah, that in itself would have made me throw in the towel. I'd be like,
Yeah.
it's not worth
Like,
it.
forget it.
I have a daughter.
yeah.
I know. Well, I think, if I had done it while I was like competing or, heavily training, I probably would have had that same thought. But I felt like this was years of just body abuse of, being a nurse, being on your feet all the time and just, bad mechanics or
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know. It makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I had a really great neurosurgeon who we tried a couple of different things and then said, we can do this artificial disc in your neck. So I said, okay, let's do the surgery because I want to get back out there. This is my reason. So we did the surgery, and about 2 weeks later, I was swimming again. 3 months later, I was running again.
You said 2 weeks later?
2 weeks later, swimming again. Yeah.
What?
Wow. Good for you. You are like a
amazing.
soldier. I
can't.
couldn't.
And-
Good for you.
No, that is something.
That is very
to
inspirational.
Be very proud of.
Yes, absolutely. Two. I'm like, wait.
I know. I
Did
was
she
like,
just
wait,
say
2
2
months
weeks?
or 2 weeks?
That was the only thing I was allowed to do because swimming is so great. It's like a non-impact sport,
It is a really good sport. I've heard really good things about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And so I just, after that, kind of eased myself back into it and then just said, all right, let's try this. I'm going to do it for as long as I can do it without my body failing.
Right.
Yeah.
And you had the same trainers?
So I had a coach. I have since switched coaches, but yeah, I have somebody that coaches me, and we have a great relationship. And he listens to me. He understands the family dynamic that I have. He understands that I have a daughter, which is really, really, really important.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
he works with me on what days are good, and he's really understanding. So it makes it worthwhile.
Cool.
You got the next question, girl?
Oh, I do.
I was like, I feel like I've asked the whole list of questions.
No, I was letting you lead the
That's
way.
why I'm like,
I was just.
your turn.
I can't stand your buttons, E. All right. So, what advice would you give anyone who is an athlete or is active and something happens to them and they do happen to go to surgery? What advice do you give to them to kind of any tips?
To get back out there,
To get back out there,
somebody that wants to pursue something like this and feels like they can't because of an injury or something like that.
Right.
I think the biggest thing is you just take it slow. You do little things in increments, no matter what you want to do. I think, you have to listen to the advice of your doctors, obviously. But the thing is, too, is if you're hearing something that someone's saying, like a physician to you, and you don't like the answer, it is your job to go get a second opinion,
Right. It's true.
She's like, someone's gonna give me the answer I want to hear. That's the secret, Rosie. There we go. Get a second and third
Find
opinion.
somebody that's gonna tell you
Somebody
yes.
that's going to tell you what you want to hear. No.
Yeah.
But it is. I
No.
mean, you know, there's definitely. I had a surgeon who told me that I was supposed to get a different surgery than I ended up having. Had I
you're
had
not-
that other surgery, I wouldn't have been in this great place that I'm in. So
Wow.
I researched other treatment modalities on my own, and I looked for somebody that was willing to
Do your
it for
homework,
me.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like your nursing background kind of helped you transition and get through that?
Absolutely,
So someone
yeah.
like me that has no idea about healthcare.
You make friends with the nurse.
Okay, I'll make sure to get your number.
Yeah.
No, but I think,
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of information on the internet, and, you know, you have to sort it out. You can see what's good and what's not
I was gonna say
good.
I'm scared of sometimes the
Yeah,
internet
sometimes I- yeah, I
any
don't-
pain is a cancerous something.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
know.
So
Yeah, no,
I'm always
yeah.
so afraid to Google my symptoms because I will diagnose myself with the worst of the worst.
I think we all do sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I did it with my daughter even when she was young.
Yeah, with
I
my
did,
daughter too.
I did that with my first son, and I was like, oh, what is that spot on his leg? Oh my God, let's search it.
was
And
so
whatever
bad.
came
I've done
close,
that.
I was like, we gotta take him to the doctors, and it was nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to stand clear from Googling
Well, I
symptoms.
agree with that, but I think that it can also, it'll point you into the direction
Somewhat
to
of
ask
a
questions.
Right, you're
To
right,
ask certain
right.
questions.
To
To say,
ask.
this is what I saw.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
You don't
true,
take it for a
actually.
word, but you
Right.
can go to the physician and say,
And
this,
say,
I
yeah.
saw this. Is this
Is it
something,
this?
right, is this something that we can do?
That's true.
Those
That's
things.
true. That's true. It gives you kind of
Yeah.
more knowledge, so you know what to ask. Sometimes you don't even know what to ask.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So, do you get any downtime?
Not really.
What?
After I finish this Ironman, I'll have 2 weeks off from training.
Oh, cool. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna
What
go
are
on
you gonna
vacation?
do?
What am I going to do? I'm going to sleep.
Oh yes, I'm
And
sure.
I'm going to sleep some more, and I'm actually gonna just enjoy those weeks off with my daughter.
Yeah.
She doesn't have school.
I was gonna say they're off from school, so that's
I think, like,
perfect.
tomorrow they start. Tomorrow or today?
Well, I think their school ended last week actually, because I know Amelia's school ended last week.
Oh yeah, but like for the older kids,
Oh, that.
I think graduation was today.
Danbury High School was today because there was so much traffic. I live like passing Danbury High, and there was so much traffic up that way.
Yeah,
So
so-
the high school graduation was definitely today.
Yeah, summer's around the corner.
Yeah, so you got to go on vacation, enjoy those 2 weeks, girl.
I
Because
know.
once you, read a book or something.
That is what I did relax. I'm always reading.
Yeah, I love to read books. I feel like you can never have enough knowledge. So I'm
Yes.
always picking up a good read. That's cool.
That's good.
So that's all really I had. All the questions that I had on everything. I learned a lot because I really wasn't sure what to try.
No, you really are
Yeah,
like an
you are such an inspiration.
It's
Absolutely.
it's so cool to find to just kind of like fall into something that you really weren't planning to do
And loving
but
it,
ending
too.
up loving it. That's so cool.
And I love that you
So-
have the support of your husband. I know for myself, because I do have my full-time job, and I'm also getting, I don't know if you heard me earlier, venturing into like the blogging, social media world. And that takes time, coming here to be doing the radio. And then weekends I'm doing photo shoots or I'm doing videos or, there's always an event going on. And my husband always picks up the slack for me. And sometimes I do feel the guilt. I'm like, yikes,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't do it. But
You do feel a guilt.
But he
And-
understands, and he's like, whatever you want to do, I'll stay home with the
Yeah.
girls. We have two little ones, so I think that's really important. And I think that's what pushes me to keep going, and having his support really means a lot to me.
I think when you look at it too, I think children, especially. I mean, I have a girl too, so for her, I want her to see that she can
Right.
do whatever she
She
wants
wants
to
absolutely.
do.
Right.
That's the
She
same thing I
doesn't
was
have to
saying
be-
too in a previous show about women that work full time and then they're doing all these other things. Like it gives a good example for your children. It's like a good role model
Absolutely.
for your children.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. So I love that. I think you're a great inspiration. Your story really. I was like, wow. And
Yeah,
you were
we just kept
talking.
on saying, wow.
I'm like, oh my
wow.
God.
Oh, wait, wow.
2 weeks.
Oh, my
like,
goodness. Wow. And it was
So
just
good for you.
It was just like we wanted to pick a brain because I can't wrap my head around it. It's so many things.
And the fact that it happened on a drunken night, you just
Yes,
decided to just
that's
do this,
what's
and now you
so
love
funny.
it. That's cool. It's like just fell on your lap.
Yeah,
So that means
exactly.
that's exactly where you're supposed to be. So
Right.
that's great.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
So that's all I had for today. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
No.
Thank you.
I know we were like, we have so many cool questions. I
Yeah,
can't wait. I
I
can't
know,
wait.
and
And
I'm
I'm like,
just, like, throwing
oh,
our-
that's it. There's no more questions. All right. So I guess we'll wrap it up for the night. So I wanted to. What? You always do this to me when I'm getting ready to close the show. Okay, for people that want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
So
to read more about your story.
Okay, so Facebook, I'm Crystal Hancock, and on Instagram, I'm at Abigail1642.
Okay. What's your?
Awesome.
What about you, Boo?
What?
For me on Instagram and Facebook is Painted Rose Artistry. And for my website, it's paintedrose.com.
Okay, so for me, I am at Pam Rosario _ on Twitter and Instagram. My website is sincerelypamela.com. And the what? Oh yes, my event, guys! Don't forget my event.
You just forgot about your
Crystal,
event.
you should come to the event
Yes,
on
we would
Saturday.
love
It's
to
going
have
to be
you.
a women in
Well, if
business
you have
event.
time.
If you're able to, because I know we're busy. So
Between training and running
I know.
and swimming
and
cycling.
wine in
and
there,
cycling.
though.
And
the
yes,
wine, there's
we'll have free
wine.
wine. We'll have hors d'oeuvres, raffles,
There's your one glass.
swag bag. We'll bring some water so you can have a liter, and then we'll bring you some more wine. Deal.
Perfect.
We got you.
We got
Crystal's
you.
coming. I'm excited. So yes, guys, make sure you check us out on Saturday, 6
Come
to 9.
through, yes.
It's gonna be on One Winding Ridge Way here in Danbury, the Women in Business Finding Your Purpose event. We have a panel of beautiful, successful women here to share their story with us. So make sure you guys check us out. Tickets are on sale at eventbrite.com. We will have my boy E on the 1s and 2s. I'm hosting with Diana Reyes. She'll be my co-host for the show. So make sure you guys check us out. And we will be here next week, same time, same place at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Anything
See you
else
then.
you guys want to add in? No?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, guys. It was nice chatting with you guys today. Have a really, really good night. And I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
This is New Villa Entertainment.